The average human social life is often like a pyramid, it shrinks over time. As Hazer and Beaulieu argued, the elderly person is less likely to live within a large family and more likely to have children and other relatives who live at a distance. Individuals living alone tend to focus on their own negative thoughts than positive expectations. Lack of trust to other people, shyness, depression, anger, and tension provides him away from society and increases the feeling of loneliness. So, everyone, you've got all that to look forward to. There's a mini-arc that happens at the start of Bruce and Terry's relationship, where Bruce had to get over all of this during what seemed like a common street punk, breaking his trust and stealing his possession. Not just any possession though, but his last suit, the one which almost led him to kill. So letting this kid get what he deserves doesn't seem so wrong. But Bruce relents, and in allowing himself to feel what this kid feels, just for a moment.
I know how you lost your folks. The guy who murdered my dad is on that transport. This is my one chance to nail him.
He ends up telling this kid,
"Good luck."
And from those two words, all of a sudden, Bruce Wayne has something to look forward to. Thoughts that were positive because they're not his own. Bruce Wayne lets Batman live again.
Something changing your mind. It's Schwarbage. Arch criminals I know how to handle. Mothers or something else.
Terry and Bruce were really just the best pair ever. Grumpy old man and a happy-go-lucky kid.
Lighten up, it's your birthday.
Don't remind me.
They're not exactly the most original pairing, but there's real depth to their relationship because it's rooted in just how insanely honest and unflattering this depiction of old Batman is. There's no late life glory in dedicating your life to a mission that involves pushing everyone away. It can look sexy at 30, like, ooh, look at how much he can do with just his body and mind. But past retirement, all Batman has is an empty home, a broken body, and a strong mind that lacks purpose.
The cops? They'll never be able to
Do it.
Jesus, this is depressing. The starting point of everything feels real, therefore the bond he has mentoring Terry and building his own drive to be active in his own life again feels immensely satisfying.
It's all right. He's had a busy night.
The Bruce at the start of the show, alone and powerless.
Listen to me, something stinks in your company. I think it cost my old man his life.
And the one in Return of the Joker, where he returns to Wayne Enterprises, are two totally different people. And it's all because of this kid. Like with the Batsuit's camera eyes, Bruce can relearn his ability to solve life's complications, hardships, and dramas through the perspective and experiences of this young man.
I've seen it all. Witch boys, immortals, but this thing, I don't know, it just feels so high school.
However, a part of Bruce also feels resentful. His role as the mentor and the man in the chair is built ultimately on a compromise.
There are times I can see he wishes it was still him in the suit instead of me.
As age advances, it becomes difficult for an individual to survive as a self-sufficient, influential, and strong person. In this period in which elderly people lose the active roles they used to have and make a transition into a passive stage, sensations of loneliness and alienation before other people become apparent. However, what if Bruce could actually restore his youth? What if he can do all his sick ballet moves again? Out of the Past at its core is about nostalgia.
Shall we?
After you.
Where as time passes, life becomes more unrecognizable, or there's nothing to look forward to, there's then an increasing natural desire to orientate yourself backwards and escape to the past. Bruce feels especially vulnerable after his birthday, then looking at his former lovers with an accidental picture of Barbara and failing to save someone.
Even a few years ago, I could have gotten us both to safety.
Therefore, in a moment of weakness, he takes Talia's offer to take a dip in the Lazarus Pit. The episode presents a conflict between self-control
I'm wondering if I have the right to do this at all.
and cowardice,
You don't cheat death. You whimper in fear of it.
as it's very important to stress that throughout the episode, you're actively reminded that Bruce is doing this in the name of the mission, not any form of vanity.
Today I felt completely helpless. If Terry hadn't been there, both that girl and I would have been killed.
But the Lazarus Pit has addictive qualities beyond physically delaying death, but it also makes you believe you have the right to escape death. It makes you a vain coward with no self-control, unable to cope with the passage of time.
I guess for a moment I was as weak as you, Race.
This is made all the more thematically significant when it's revealed Talia is actually Raish, and now he wants Bruce's body so it can pee standing up. He's gonna pretend to be Talia and Bruce's long lost son, then use the Wayne fortune to restart everything, which is kinda goofy. But everything explodes so it doesn't matter.
Whatever was in there died years ago.
In the end, Bruce sits alone. He doesn't have time for Terry's jokes, and there's no point in enjoying his younger body, because
Within a week, I should be back to normal.
so it's back to normal, ironically. What a fun episode. However, we do get this moment where you get a hint of a smile from Bruce towards his protege. As we get older, it's inevitable that it becomes more difficult to satisfy our personal self-satisfying needs that once could be previously met easier and from a variety of sources. But that's okay. Bruce loves this kid, looking at Terry, seeing the world through his eyes. Those eyes keeps his own away from what was lost. Bruce would never admit it, but without Terry, he would have less reason to get up every morning.
See you in the morning.
I was the morning dove, and you were the heart chasing me through the air. You loved like you didn't care. Different kind, a different kind of love. A different kind, a different kind of love. A different kind, a different kind of love. A different kind, a different kind of such a different kind of love.
He wanted to win at any cost. So he looked the other way. Right, Terry?
Such a different kind of
I am so confused right now, baby. Didn't work for us, didn't work for us. And I guess it's over now, baby. Didn't work for us, didn't work for us.
I also adored Terry's reaction to all this.
When Bruce becomes young, he'll want to be Batman again.
I'll tell you right now, there's no way I'm wearing the Robin suit.
Pretty young lady alone in the building?
What's the deal with